Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Yesterday, when I was emailing some of you, I had included, I'm reading the exact words, a joyous Navaratri to you. I pray to our Divine Mother to grace you with her intensity. To live in the world is to experience intensity. And so naturally, then, we have to be more intense than the intensity of the world. Meaningful Mornings commenced this semester on September 18th, Vinayaka Chaturthi, and the past 4 weeks have been intense in terms of teachings. Remember, though, why this intensity is being encouraged. Because our whole life we've experienced this. In our professions, in our relations, in politics and war, for us to be more intense. And so I'm continuing with this feeling. Everyone relax the body. Enjoy the breath. And pray with the mind. In our community, a seeker, Gautam, and another seeker, Neha, are both experiencing complexities with biopsies. I'm not sharing their cities for the sake of privacy. Pray for their fast and full recovery. Share your physical and mental health with them. Purnam eva avashishyate. All is infinite. May you feel that. May they feel that. The word sura, the etymology of this word is su, shtu, ramate. It is sura, which in English means one who knows how to enjoy. Sura means the one who knows how to enjoy. They know that enjoyment is not external, but rather is internal. Their enjoyment is through dharma or rightness. In our community, we use the word enjoy. Comparatively, the etymology of the word asura, asu, shu, ramate, iti asura, which means the one who enjoys sense objects, which means they're living by their sense organs. They're living externally. in an extrovert way. That enjoyment comes and then it leaves, taking away more than what it came with. When one is living like an asura, external, extrovert, and one is living with others like this is described as a kala mandali. Kala means conflict. Mandali means a web of conflict. In the Ramayana, Sri Vibhishana tells Sri Hanumana that I am living in a kala mandali, and specifically says, I'm like a tongue living amongst teeth. How many times your teeth have hurt your tongue? Yeah, your tongue still stays there. And just take this example philosophically, not biologically. It's a very beautiful way to think of what it means to be in wicked company. You're there, but you suffer. Comparatively, in verse 21, Shri Krishna talks about hell. When one is an asura, but is by themselves, they go to hell by themselves. Hell is better than wicked company because hell is like a laundry machine. In hell, the impurity gets cleansed away through hardship. One becomes pure and is back on the path to evolution, to rising. It is important to note in our culture, we are not born as sinners. If that's your starting point, how can you have any confidence in life? You're not born as sinners. In the same way, hell is not permanent. You go, you come back. Hopefully you don't go again. But even if you do go again, you come back. See how consistent the teachings are? Neither hell nor heaven is permanent. All that is permanent is permanence, which we describe as divinity, infinity. When the basis is not sinning and hell, there's less fear in life. Sanatana Dharma is not a fear-based religion. In verse 22, Sri Krishna shares, our vices are inside, and so our vimukta, our effort to be free, also has to be inside. See, when you make renunciation external, a change in your name, a change in your clothing, a change in a ritual, that means that you're practicing in a controlled environment. But real practice happens in an uncontrolled environment. So this is an inner change in who you are. I recently went to see a movie called It Lives Inside. How many of you have seen this? Lame. No. It is a horror movie, but the director is South Asian. And the idea is that it lives inside, and so you have to fight it outside, like in a horror movie. But that only happens in movies, correct? Have you ever seen a Rakshasa in your life, an Asura in your life? But you felt it. You felt mean at times. You felt selfishness at times. So in this verse, Sri Krishna is sharing, work inside. We continue. Verse 23. Yashastra vidim utsrijya vartate kamakarataha nasa siddhim avapnoti nasukam na param gatim. Joy. Yaha, who's like this? Shastra vidhi, that is the guidance of the scripture, utsraja, they don't follow. Vartate, what do they follow? What do they live by? Kama karataha, whatever they feel like desiring, based on their likes and dislikes. That's the translation. Here are some reflections. One who is a seeker is to have a shastra or map in their life. Shastra means science or scripture. Its root is shasana. Shasana means direction, discipline. A map provides direction, correct? A science is to provide discipline. And so a seeker is to be Shastra Anusari, which means their life is tied around the guidance of this map. But in this line, what is shared is someone who's Vasana Anusari. Guidance is in their life, but they don't follow it. They only follow what they feel. If you don't follow the map, you'll never find the treasure, correct? Haven't you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? What Pujaswami Tejomayananda shared, and this is so practical. Please try to personalize this. He shares it differently. We should be buddhi anusari, which means following our ideal. But when we don't implement or execute our willpower, no discipline, we become karma anusari, which means instead of us lifting ourselves to our ideal, we dismantle our ideal to follow our actions. This is why we're so good at justifying, correct? Such a person, sa, earlier was yaha, the one who's like this, saha is also like, nasiddhim, they feel no balance. Avapnoti means to gain, but really it means to feel. They feel no balance. Nasukam, no happiness. Na param, no peace. If you follow the scripture, you will feel balance, happiness, and peace. One of my teachers had shared, as society ages, as in the yugas change, there's atrophy. What is a sign of atrophy? That we don't understand that which is simple. Atrophy is when you don't understand that which is simple. Living a life of kama doesn't work. If you don't follow that, that's Kali. Our final verse. Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavastithau Nyatva shastra vedan oktam karma kartum iharhasi. Joy. I'll be more brief about this verse. Tasmat, therefore. This is the final message. Shastram pramanam te. You, pramanam, are to feel what is authoritative? Shastra. What Bhagavad Gita is sharing, for one to feel this is the authority. This is my lighthouse. This is why during Navaratri I've been praying for people to be more intense than external intensity. Then you will follow Bhagavad Gita. Karya, what is to be done? Akarya, what is not to be done? Avastitau, through the map, one gets established in knowing what to do and what not to do. What not to do, if I can just pick up on this. Yesterday, I was reflecting on greed. That is one of the gates of hell, yes? Greed is like multitasking. When you multitask, you're neither here nor there, correct? Greed is the same way. I'm neither enjoying what I have, nor do I enjoy what I will have, because it's the same practice. I'm thinking about what next. Our map teaches us how not to be greedy, how not to multitask. Jnatva Shastra, when one knows the science, Uktam Vedan, and what is being taught in terms of vidhi, the guidance, the direction, the discipline. One of the best feelings in life is being decisive. Not knowing sucks. And knowing feels great. Karma kartum iha arhasi. And then one goes about living in a clear, convinced, confident way. Lots more to share on this verse and our Sankalpa Vakya, where we make a promise to follow these teachings, as well as commencing the next appendix, which is chapter 17. From inspiration to application, your application yesterday was to come up with 3 gates out of hell. A band I grew up listening to was called Meatloaf. Strange name, I know. But one of their albums was called A Bat Out of Hell. Very unrelated to what I'm talking about. But the 3 gates of hell we know about, the 3 gates out of hell are Gurudwara, Dhyana Dwara, Haridwara, in that order. The first gate out of hell is to deserve a personal guide in life. And what did they teach you? Dhyana. Today, more than 100 seekers pretended to be awake and pretended to contemplate at 5:30 a.m. Dhyana. And then finally, for us to feel Haridwara. We are at the feet of the divine. So much to share about this too. Your application for this morning, I want you to summarize these 24 verses in 24 words. What does chapter 16 mean to you in 24 words? An announcement. Yesterday, I was reflecting on how annoying I am. I'm very annoying to all of you when it comes to giving your effort, your time, and your resources. But this annoyingness is not for myself. And so I feel this annoyingness is creating awesomeness. Today, you have completed donating $26,031 to the African Wildlife Foundation for our mothers' children, that is animals. Which means in 2023, just this year, you have completed raising $112,341 for Mother Prithvi, for charities who are doing awesome work for our Mother Nature. And here's the most awesomeness. In the past 44 months, we started our fundraising in April of 2020. You have raised $280,024. That has been an effort in us not being greedy and us investing in the long term into animals, plants, and stones. So I am annoying, for which I ask your forgiveness. I apologize for this. but the awesomeness that our community is manifesting, it's called Avirbhava, is humbling. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be balanced, be happiness, be peace.